Okay, guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is going to be our third video on the GDevelop tutorials. So what we're going to want to do now, like in the last video, we left up at buttons. So what we want to do now is give the buttons use. We actually want the buttons to do something. So the first button we're going to be working on is the settings button. Now, in order for us to work on this settings button, we are going to need to make another scene. We want to need to make like another scene where it can go to. So in order to do something like that, we just select all this right here. And in order for you to multi-select objects in your game, you use the shift button to multi-select. So what I'm doing, I'm selecting only the background. I'm selecting only the background so that I can stretch it in making our scene for the settings. So I'm going to stretch this outward. I'm going to stretch this outward. Okay, we need this to be big enough so that it will fit the thing perfectly. Okay, so I feel like this is okay. This is okay right here. So now that we have done this, first of all, I want to add something real quick. So what I want to do is add a marker. Okay, yes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a marker. Go to Tile Sprites. You create one manually. Rather than choosing an image, you can just create with Piskel. It's inbuilt image editor in GDevelop that allows you to create your own images. We're not artists, but if you're an artist, you can pretty much create something beautiful in this place. So I'm just going to change this color to red. Okay. Select the paint buckets tool and save. Okay, so we have now made this. Set it to 16. Set it to 16. Oh, and yes, we're going to change the name because the reason for making this is to act as a marker. So now that we've done that, we're just going to zoom in here. Go to zoom here. You're going to see the purpose of this marker very soon. It's actually quite useful. So we're going to zoom in here. Place our marker at the very top of the screen. Very top. You want the marker to go far. Yeah, okay, so sorry, there was a little bit of an interruption, but I'm back. So I want our marker to go far. Yeah, this is okay right here. This is okay. Okay, so we have now done that. So what we're going to do next is duplicate this. Ctrl D. Okay, we'll duplicate that. Change the name. This right here is our menu marker. What I'm about to change this to is going to be our settings marker. It's going to be our settings marker. So we're now going to bring that up here. Let me zoom in. Okay. Bring that here. And also do the same thing that we did here. We're going to drag this out. We're going to drag this out to the very end. Well, not to the very end, like here. Okay, so we're going to drag it out. So I'm going to drag it out. This right here is the menu marker. This right here is the settings marker. And we are going to want to add something else. Okay, no, this is good. So Now that this has been done, in order to make this work, we are going to add in events to give this settings button a purpose. We're going to add an event. So the condition for this is that the settings button is clicked. And the action that is going to occur when the settings button is clicked is that the camera will twin. Okay, yes, the camera between camera. Yes, this is it. Twin camera position. Twin camera position. What can I use for this? Okay, camera position. So the target X position for this is going to be where is this now? Okay, forget about that. The target X position for this is going to be our set. Yes, this is right. This is it right here. It's going to be our settings marker. And it's going to be the center X value. The center X. This means it's going to be the center of the horizontal of the marker we put in the settings area, where we're going to add one or two things later in the video. The target Y position. Well, there's no need for this. The camera is already in the center. The camera is already centered at the Y position. So that's, and this as well. Just put this to 1. Put this to 1. It means between 1 second, the camera is going to twin from this. It's going to twin from year to year. We're going to twin from there to there. And we're also going to add something. But before I add that, let me quickly show you what weight should I need to toggle my position. Okay, wait, let me just add this to make it complete. Camera center Y. Okay, yes, that's correct. Camera center Y. Oh, and one more thing. I totally forgot about this. We're going to have to change this out. Change this to is. Oh, where is that thing right there? I'm going to change this to is in out. Yeah. I'm going to change to is in out quad. I think. But let's go into this and see how this goes. So once the setting button is clicked, that's going to happen. So let's try this. Perfect. This is perfect. So now, whenever you click the setting button, your camera is going to swing to another position. And something else. Okay, let me just add it. There, you can also add a condition that will occur at the very beginning of your scene. At the very beginning of your scene. So, what I want to do now, I want to add an action to the very beginning of the scene, something that will happen at the very beginning of the scene. So I don't want to do this. Center camera X position to be set to marker center X position. Okay, so let's preview this. This thing don't piss me off. What the hell is going on? I feel like I'll have to make a Google search for this. But anyhow, so with that, the camera's X position is now centered to the center of the marker. And as you can see, this still functions. So you can still press the button and go to the settings panel. And what if you want to go back? So we're going to make a back button that will allow us to go back between the settings and the main menu. So we're just going to do this again. We're going to duplicate a button. And call it back button. Let's call it back button. Changes here. Okay, so that of me that we're going to bring the back button here. Okay, so now we have the back button, and same thing as the settings button, we're going to add a condition that will allow the back button to twin. That's going to allow the back button to twin the position of the camera. So we'll make a new event with our new button. Once our new button is clicked, the camera is going to twin. We're going to twin the camera position back to the marker's X position. So we're going to choose marker this time. Center X position. Camera. Center Y position. 1 second. And ease in out squad. Okay, so now when we click on our button, when we click on the settings, it goes here. And when we click on back, it goes back right there. And as you can see, this right here is highlighted permanently. And the main reason for this is because it is not in the buttons, object group. That is why. So because it's not in the buttons object group, this condition does not apply to it. So in order to make that apply to it, we're going to add the back button to the object group. And click apply. Okay, so yeah, we now have that. Now have our back button. So that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to see you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video, turn on that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.